Today we're going to be talking about Fibonacci pivot points, extensions, retracements, etc., and how to really amp them up and put them on steroids. So everyone, I am lead trainer with StockStraight Tim Bohen. Going to be going over what I think are some of the best technical indicators out there. Now be very selective. I know it's very seductive, especially for new traders, to start adding in more and more and more technical indicators. Actually, I'll have the producer drop a picture. I love this chart right here of like 10,000 lines on one chart, and the guy says, "Look, I found the bottom." Okay, I've never seen a chart that bad, but I work with a lot of newer traders, and I look at some of these things, and they got Ikamocho clouds on there, and they got Bollinger Bands, and they got all this stuff going on. Which, listen, if you're actually using those things, it's great. But what I see a lot of people doing is they just keep adding stuff to their chart to get basically confirmation bias. You know, something I've said many times, you add enough technical indicators, you can make any stock look bullish. Or if you're a short seller, you can add enough and you can make any stock look bearish. You can just keep adding them, because there's hundreds, maybe even thousands of technical indicators out there. You keep adding them, you can make any stock or any chart look like anything you want. What I love is VWAP. We've done a ton of videos. Definitely check out the archive. And I'm a big believer in the Fibonacci extensions as well as retracements. Now, for the sake of this video, we're going to talk a lot about what's called Oracle and the Oracle algorithm, as well as the Oracle support and resistance levels, which, back to the beginning of the video, I truly consider Fibonacci's on steroids. So I'm going to look at the biggest runner of the day, VCIG. So you can see right here on my screen, we're going to focus on this stock that I've got highlighted in yellow here. You can see that this stock is highlighted in green, which means it was a potentially bullish stock. You can see it's a low float stock, 2.2 million shares traded, and you can see it's trading insane volume. I mean, it's kind of headed towards the end of the day, but 100 million shares at the end of the day. I mean, this was trading 20, 30 million basically before 10, 11 a.m., and look what it did at 11 a.m. But the point is, even then, it was trading 10x float rotation, and if you notice down here, the average volume, 600,000 the shares the entire day. You know, that 60-day average volume is that volume profile criteria we use. 600,000 versus, again, 10:30, 11 a.m., 20, 25 million. Kind of sounds unusual to me. And then you'll notice when I go over to these levels, now the Oracle levels are very heavily Fibonacci biased. So the Oracle levels are a proprietary algorithm, only we have it at Stocks to Trade, that is a black box algorithm, so I can't give you all of the criteria that go in it. It's proprietary, it's exclusive to us, but it's something that we developed over a decade and launched about 8 years ago to give you predictive levels for entries, exits, stop losses, and goals. So I don't have the exact percentage, but when I look at Fibonacci extensions and retracements, you'll see that they're kind of similar to the Oracle levels. So I like to say that Oracle is about 40% weighted on Fibonacci's in the golden sequence. You can look that up, understand it. You know, Da Vinci wrote it and created it, the golden ratio, etc. And it actually applies to chart patterns. So those levels, again, weighted on Fibonacci, but also VWAP, moving averages, and then the technical areas on the charts of support and resistance. If you're wondering more about technical analysis, definitely check out the archive. We talk about that. That's charting, okay? When we talk about breaking down a chart, reading charts, that's technical analysis. And what's great about Oracle, I mean, again, you can see today, VCIG, insane float rotation, had artificial intelligence this morning, 7, 8 a.m., and then gave a predicted signal at $3.95. You go back, those signals drop on Oracle right at the market open, and you can see the stock dip down into the 350s. It hit that 395 area at 9:45 a.m., our favorite time of day, ground sideways, and then just went absolutely vertical into that 10:30, 11 window, all the way up to $11.35. Now, what's crazy is you can see that move. That's that where my cursor is hovering right there. That's that dip and rip type move we talk about. Big move up in pre-market on the artificial intelligence news, 450 break. And then if I jump over here, you can actually see we went over that on the 8:30 webinar in the Daily Income Trader system. Now I'm going to talk about those webinars here in a second, but this is live from the webinar at 8:30. VCIG broke the double top from last week. It's also Money Monday. Today is Tuesday. The reason I put Money Monday in quotes is the stock market was closed yesterday. So we love that first trading day of the week because it's peak FOMO, it's peak emotion. But anyway, first trading day of the week, AKA Money Money. Artificial intelligence press release, low float, good volume, 450 break is key, and that's been working lately. So that's that level that Oracle laid out, and you can see as it skips through these heavily Fibonacci weighted levels, just explodes, 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 and then this is the key, and this is the last point I want to bring up. Look at that top level at 1106. Look at that. Slams through that, immediately pulls back, chops sideways for two 5-minute candles. 5-minute candles is what I was using. That's that first red candle, or the red candle theory we talk about. So that would have been your sign to take profits. So what so many people struggle with is, where do I take profits? You know, a lot of people give back a lot of gains, turn winners into losers. So you can see that major green level, it's bright green because that's the major resistance level, holds two 5-minute candles. The first 5-minute candle would have been your signal to sell. You could have sold in the 10s, mid 10s, again, depending on when you bought, whether it was at $3.95 or that 450 break, or $5, $6, $7, $8, $9. I mean, straight vertical. Could have made very good gains using these signals. And what's great about this is Oracle does it every day. You can see I've got 15 to 20 stocks here. And you'll notice some are highlighted in green, some are highlighted in red. The reason it does that, gives us long and short opportunities. So if you're a new trader, I typically recommend getting started going long. But if you're an intermediate or an advanced trader, you'll see I've got about 6 or 7 short opportunities here. Because as a seasoned day trader, you don't really care about the direction, you care about volatility. One of the things as you grow and evolve and get more profitable, you won't have a directional bias. Like, you won't care. We know that these stocks aren't investments, these big movers, these are trades, and we don't really care if they explode up or explode down. We know how to trade them, we know how to use the technicals, know how to use Fibonacci's and Oracle levels and VWAP and price action. Then we can profit from those key levels and those moves that are predictable in advance. And you can see that with VCIG. So, my friends, again, my opinion is, before Oracle, I used Fibonacci extensions and retracements a lot. Since Oracle, I don't need them anymore, because again, Oracle is those levels on steroids with a black box algorithm that gives you an edge that no one else has. Only stocks to trade users have access to the Oracle algorithm, and it is truly an edge. And I can prove it to you live if you go to the link below on the Daily Income Trader system. These are live webinars 6 times a day, all through the day, even on weekends, where we show the tool in action. So obviously this video, it's a YouTube video, it's pre-recorded, okay? By the time you watch this, maybe it's a week later, maybe it's 2 weeks later, maybe it's 6 months later. You go to those webinars, 100% free, 100% live. You can get a tour of Oracle and the Daily Income Trader system. Check it out, and we'll look forward to seeing you on one of the webinars.